Welcome everybody to today's show. We take a look. My name is Ben. You get to peek over my shoulder as I look for crypto trades. As we can see here, you can go to crypto bubbles and see that we've got some green and some red. Majority of it's green. This is the 15-minute view. So things are looking good at the moment. Let's go over to CoinGecko. We can check our coin market cap totals and get that stuff updated on our tracker. Today is the 27th, so 27, 23. Let's take a look. Our total market cap is 1.12. So we can see here that's a little bit lower than where we ended it last Thursday. Did not trade last Friday. One of the things that I have learned about trading is if you don't feel like trading, don't trade. It's better to hold off and wait. And I had a day on Friday, and so instead of just jumping in and trying to trade, I just went ahead and took a day, basically. You can call it a snow day, a mental day, whatever you want to call it. I just decided, you know what, not going to jump in today. So that's a big part of trading is your mental approach, and your mentality. So 453 billion is Bitcoin. So we'll put that in here so we can see that's a drop as well from Thursday. And let's last but certainly not least take a look at Ethereum. It's 197. So Ethereum's down not nearly as much as the other two, but it's down a little bit as well. So we're down a little bit overall. We're down a little bit in Bitcoin, and we're down a very smidge in Ethereum. So we've got green bubbles. Let's take a look at our charts. This was our chart from Thursday and Friday last week. So let's just scroll back here of when did we make our buys and kind of what happened. So this was Thursday. So we made our buy. Let's make this a 30-minute window and see if that does us any better for us. No, why? It's because I shrunk everything it is. So let's just expand this out. We'll put this back on the 5-minute like we normally have it. Okay, so let's keep scrolling here. This is Sunday, right? We're on Saturday. Okay. All right, this is Friday. Still on Friday. All right, now we're on Thursday. So Thursday, at around what time did we make that paper buy? We bought in at 5:31. We sold at 6:25. So 5:31. So 17. So right in this window is when we bought, right? And we bought at this level. And immediately, what happened? Price dropped. As I sat and talked, we knew that it was going to test this white line. And I was okay with that. Then we had the opening of the day, and I was okay understanding that it was going to be testing this white line, but then it never really went anywhere. And so I went ahead and made a sell close enough to our white line. I didn't let it drop too far. I wanted to preserve our capital. But you'll notice what happened. So let me adjust this real quick. Let me shrink this out. So remember, we had bought this same crypto the day before, and this was uh, our price points and our buys and sell lines from the day before. And if we scroll over what happened, so the top was 35.87, right? And it went down. Everything turned under, and our lines went up, kind of all together. They didn't separate. Then the white line went under, white line went under again. Then they started to separate, whoops, in the wrong direction, right? And then it tried to turn around, but it didn't really go anywhere. And this is on Friday. And it's just kind of a slow meander. Look at it, got all the way down here on Friday night. It went back up here, but never got back to the day opening, right? And then here we go. We have a new opening on Saturday, and it just stayed below it, right? It never got back to anywhere close to where we needed it to be to make our 5%. So it was a good call to go ahead and make that sell and preserve our capital. So here we are on today, right? Now we're into Monday. Here's the open, and it's still just, not doing much of anything, right? Just really short now. It's under the open as we sit right now. So that was our trade from Thursday, right? So now we're going to be looking for some trades for today. So let's quickly take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum right now, it had dipped below the daily open. Let's move this to our preferred 15-minute window. Stretch this out a little bit. And so, yeah, Ethereum, went up midday. Looks like around 7 a.m., 7:30 to 8 a.m. Will now drop down below the daily open. Now it's trying to get back to the daily open. Bitcoin probably did something similar because Ethereum and Bitcoin always like to run together. Sure enough, that's what Bitcoin's trying to do. So let's see what our screener has for us. See if our screener has anything that we're going to be interested in as we run up to the open of the day, which starts in 10 minutes for the new day. And you guys know how I've started to lean towards being here for the open of the new day because I like to watch things run at that point. So here we are. We've got AGIX testing R1. Had a sell signal earlier. We got HIBAYC. It's trying to come up here and test. It's in the process of testing R1 here after some sell signals. So that's not a really good opportunity. Let's take a look here. HIGAZER. It's testing R1 and it's had a sell signal or a buy signal. All right, let's look at Z. So Z's up here testing R2 and the white line. So nothing's jumping off the page at the moment. So let's just keep watching here. Keep looking at our screener, seeing if our screener gives us anything. Let's see. There's one. All right. So R1, couple buy signals. It's currently at 008545, just above the daily open. Okay. So nothing jumping off the page. You guys know I love stuff that's over R2. This one's just at R1. Let's take a look at what this price point would need to be. So it's currently at 0.444 422 times 0.105. It would need to be at 4664. Right? Should have to be all the way up here. Right? That's just below the R2. So if this thing was able to close above the R1, that may be something I would look at. Let's move this one to the 5-minute. And there we go. We can kind of see the 5-minute. It's going sideways on the R1 right now. So we may not find anything to buy into before our swap to the new day. And that's okay. As I've talked about in the past, it's just a matter of being in the markets. And the whole reason I'm doing this is to show how no matter how much time you have to spend, you can come into the markets and typically find something, right? Not everything's always going to be green all of the time, but you can, use your tools and make educated decisions, and, you'll find something. And again, our goal is a 5% increase, right? That's what our goal is. And so it's not a big goal. It's not like we're trying to swing for a home run. We're more like the singles batter, where all we're trying to do is get up to bat and hit a single, right? We want to get a single and just keep doing that. Be consistent. So we're just going to watch here. We're getting ready to have the 5-minute candles before the new day starts. So we're just going to sit here and watch this for now. All right. Really interested to see what this one does. There's one title. Let's go here. So this one tested R1. It's come back down. So this will be another one. So let's see. What are we going to keep our eyes on for 5 minutes? I think this one's a good one to keep our eye on here. Yeah, another buy signal just flashed. So that's a buy. That's a buy. Got volume coming in. Let's do this one. So we're going to go in here on our paper. And yes, we're doing everything on paper right now. We're not doing it on an exchange. We're going to do a buy and sell. Today is the 27th at 5:55. And we're doing title, DAL, USDT. Current price is 0.0003971. right? We have 245, whoops, to play with. Trying to copy, paste values, and that will equal that many tokens, and our target price to sell is 41.69, and our 10% is 43.68. So let's put our sell on here, which is what, 41.69. We're going to call it this one right here. This is going to be our target sell, which is our blue, which is our 10% or 5%. Let's look at our 10%. It's 43,681. This is our 10% line. And then our buy line. Let's get our buy line on here. 39.71. All right, so we've got our lines on here, and now we're just going to wait for our 6 p.m. Central to hit, and then we are going to watch it for a little bit and see if it gets up to our blue line. If it gets to our blue line, then we're going to sell. While we are waiting, we always want to be looking at charts and seeing how things are going, and the reason for that is it helps us understand when we're looking at a good chart versus a bad chart. Like this particular chart is a great example. See all of these red sell signals? Sell, 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 sell. Got down here to the bottom, and what did we get? We got a buy signal. And so we had a buy, right? And look what's happening. This is what you really want to see. If we didn't have this built-in sell and buy signals, this is what you want to see, this last candle here, where it broke through the top of the sell signals. And so at that point, you're looking at it and going, okay, great. It got through any of the pressure points of this line where it was the sell line, right? And so this is a good chart to look at to learn from. Let's see, what else do we have here? This chart, what can we learn from this chart? Yeah, we've got our buy signals here, but this, see how it tested the white line? See how I always talk about the white trend line? And this is the reason, because you can watch chart after chart and see how these candles are interacting with different things, whether they're interacting with R1 and R2 or S1 and S2, or they're interacting with these trend lines. And that white trend line is a great indicator of things to watch for. See how it pumped up here and then it came back a little bit, and what was it testing? It was testing the top of this green FEG line. And then what was the next thing? It can go up or down. It went down and tested the white trend line, and then what happened? Next 5 minutes it went up, and the next 5 minutes is going up again. Right? So all different things that you can look at when you're looking at a chart, and to just keep your skills sharp, to keep learning. I'm always learning. The next kind of thing I'm going to be learning is how the patterns of candles, how these patterns of candles indicate what might come next, right? And all of this is based on history. All of this is something that's been going on for a long time, right? And so it's just being able to be based on history and watching things. So now, like here, AGIX, look what's happening. Tested the white line, now poof, it's going up over the white line. Let's look at ours that we were looking at, right? what's it doing? It reset. That's the beauty of what's happening right now. Kind of why I like doing this at 6 p.m. Central. We're setting the new price for the day at 6 p.m. And so what's happening right now is it's a little bit down versus where it opened. Again, this is on the 5 minute. If we move to the 15, look what we have, right? But when I make the trades, I like to make the trade in the 5 minute view. But we also have a new R1 and a new R2, right? Comparative to where we were yesterday. So, let's go back here and see if we have any new call outs on our screeners. We're going to close all but the one we're in, because that's the one we're watching. Look at AGIX go. All right. Let's see what else we have here. All right. So here's ACH. All right. You can see the big swing down. Now it's slowly climbing its way up. Still a little bit upside down on the colored trend lines, but we had this big pump up. Everything's consolidated here. It's having this, trying to set a big opening here. Go to the next one. Look at this. Poof, poof, poof. And it's trying to reset. It's trying to break R2 within the first 15 minutes, maybe within the first 5 minutes. Let's flip this to the 5 minute window. Look at this. In the 5 minute window, it is trying to break from where it opened past R2. Is that not crazy? That is amazing. Here's another one trying to reverse its trend, right? Trying to reverse its trend. 3 green bars, trying to get back up. That's crazy. But this is what crypto can do. Look at what this thing has done in the last, let's see here. Let's make this easy on ourselves. 30 minutes. So there's the current 30 minutes. There's an hour ago. That's an hour and a half ago. Look at that. An hour and a half ago. This thing started at 7 o'clock this morning. 7 o'clock this morning, it was at 0005. Right now, it's at 0018. That is absolutely amazing. But this is the opportunity that crypto can provide you. You just got to find the opportunities, have a strategy, stick to your strategy, stick to your plan. Come back here and look at ours. Ours is having a good, strong close to the 5 minute window, right? So this is going to be our 5 minute opening. We can switch this to the 15 minute and see, there we go. And we can continue to watch it and see what happens. But again, we're trying to get up here close to the R1. Not quite at it. We're looking at 41.70. R1 is at 42. So plenty of room, plenty of oxygen for it to grow. NKR, look at that, trying to see, it's going to try to push past these sell signals from earlier yesterday and earlier today, right? But that's what it's trying to set its opening window. And this thing just keeps going. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here today. We are coming up on the end of our month. Just a quick reminder of what it is and the strategy that we're using is a compound strategy, right? It is basically one trade per day, pretty much, maybe one or two, and then 5% return. Excuse me. And then just compounding that day over day. So our total goal here was 265 for the month. We are currently at 245. Oh, excuse me. So we are right there knocking on the door. And we've got today and tomorrow to complete our trades to complete the month. And then we will move into March and start going through March. So I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Hope everyone had a great start to their week. And we will see everybody tomorrow.